So, California Governor Gavin Newsom is suing Fox News, but unfortunately for him, his entire gambit could backfire. Take a look at his announcement.
I just filed a lawsuit against Fox News for lies, for deceit, for misrepresentation. Enough of their lies. We'll see them in court.
It's clear that this defamation suit is both petty and petulant, and the best example of that, the best proof that we have, is the amount for which he's suing Fox News. According to Politico, Gavin Newsom sues Fox News for $787 million in defamation case over Trump call, and as you can see, Newsom posted this on his socials as well. Now, if that $787 million figure sounds familiar, it's because that is the exact amount that Fox News settled with Dominion. Coincidence? I don't think so. Gavin Newsom is definitely trolling here. He's definitely trying to send a message, and that really raises the question, how serious is he about this? I don't think he's that serious at all, because in fact, he's saying that he'll drop the lawsuit if Fox News retracts its claims and Waters apologizes to him on air. So to me, it's very clear that he's trying to humiliate Fox News, and the fact that it's the exact amount that Fox settled with Dominion, that's just the cherry on top here. Fox News has responded, and they wrote, Governor Newsom's transparent publicity stunt is frivolous and designed to chill free speech critical of him. We will defend this case vigorously and look forward to it being dismissed. Now, here's where things get crazy. Governor Newsom is actually using this case to fundraise on his behalf. Yeah, he's trying to make money off of this lawsuit. So I think that tells you all you need to know about his intentions about this. This is from someone named Ashley. If Fox News wants to lie to the American people on Donald Trump's behalf, they should face consequences just like they did in the Dominion case. You scroll down, and at the very bottom, contribution buttons to fundraising websites for Governor Newsom. Yeah, trying to rake in the bucks while he's just, going after Fox News for almost $800 million there. So all of this raises the question, why exactly is Newsom suing Fox News? Like, what did they put out there that's so bad that they should pay him almost $800 million? It all has to do with this one segment from Jesse Waters.
Democrat governors let violence fester until finally Trump restored order. Trump's not waiting around this time. He says if it wasn't for him, L.A. would be up in smoke.
Called him up to tell him, got to do a better job. He's doing a bad job, causing a lot of death and a lot of potential death. If we didn't send out the National Guard, and last time we gave him a little additional help, you would have, Los Angeles would be burning right now. The radical left, it's usually radical left, and it's usually governors that are Democrat, and they don't want to call them in. They don't want to save lives. They don't want to save property. They don't want to call them in. I don't know what it is.
Newsom responded, and he said there wasn't a phone call. He said Trump never called him. Not even a voicemail, he said. But John Roberts got Trump's call logs, and it shows Trump called him late Friday night, and they talked for 16 minutes. Why would Newsom lie and claim Trump never called him? Why would he do that? Gavin could have called.
So what Gavin Newsom is claiming is that Jesse Waters and Fox News deceptively edited that clip of President Trump and left out the timeline. You can't make this stuff up. Now, pay closely to what President Trump is saying here, and it very clearly is just the case of miscommunication here.
When is the last time you spoke with Governor Newsom?
A day ago. Called him up to tell him, got to do a better job. He's doing a bad job, causing a lot of death and a lot of potential death. If we didn't send out the National Guard, and last time we gave him a little additional help, you would have Los Angeles.
So there you heard it. They left out that portion where President Trump goes, I talked to him a day ago. But if you pay attention to President Trump's body language, that little beforehand, he's thinking about it and he's just throwing it out there, right? This isn't like he's under oath and has his phone right in front of him. So President Trump said that on a Tuesday. A day ago would have been Monday, right? And as we all know from the phone log right here, it was June 7, which was a Friday. So we're talking about, an over-the-weekend difference here. So all of that to say, that's issue number one. Did President Trump call Newsom on a Monday, or did he call him on a Friday? Now, Gavin Newsom is saying, well, they lied because he called on a Friday. But if you take a look at Gavin Newsom's tweet, there was no call. He tweeted this on June 10. There was no call, not even a voicemail. Americans should be alarmed that a president deploying Marines onto our streets doesn't even know who he's talking to. Now, notice Gavin Newsom doesn't say, oh, no, we didn't talk on Monday, we talked on Friday. He says there was no call, as in there was no call, period. I mean, he's trying to debunk what President Trump is saying here, and that's why President Trump released the screenshot, right? But even within the clip in question, Jesse Watters himself was very clear that the phone call happened on Friday night. Again, here's what he said.
But John Roberts got Trump's call logs, and it shows Trump called him late Friday night, and they talked for 16 minutes. Why would Newsom lie and claim Trump never called him? Why would he do that?
Now, in order to win a defamation case, it's actually really hard, especially for a public figure, because one of the things you have to prove is malice. You have to prove intent here. And look, context is important because Fox News was playing that Trump clip all day long. They were assuming that people had seen it already, right? Everyone was talking about it. So when they played a shorter version of that, I don't think they were trying to deceive or mislead viewers, right? If anything, you could argue they were doing it either for the sake of time, or they were doing it maybe because they didn't want to embarrass President Trump. Oh, President Trump said it was a day ago, but in reality, it was 2 or 3 days ago, right? I mean, that is a plausible excuse. In order to prove malice, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt, right? And that also is going to expose Gavin Newsom, by the way, to discovery, because both parties are going to have to open their books. Does Gavin Newsom really want to show the world? Does he really want to show the courts the skeletons in his closet? By the way, if Fox News wins this, how humiliating for Gavin Newsom, right? And not just a reputational damage, but also financial damage too, because it'll be expensive for him to even bring this to court. Talk about lawyers' fees, right? And on top of all of that, this makes Gavin Newsom a hypocrite because he and the Democrat Party have been criticizing President Trump, calling him an authoritarian. They've criticized Trump's lawsuits against the mainstream media, saying that he's trying to chill free speech, suppress the media, destroy the media. And yet you have a leading contender for the Democrat primaries doing the exact same thing. Talk about hypocrisy. But the worst part in all of this, he has to prove intent, he has to prove malice, but at the end of the day, Jesse Watters is not a journalist. He is not a straight news program. He is a commentator, just like I am. Take a look at this. So, Jesse Watters Primetime on Fox News is a news commentary program rather than a straight news program. While it covers current events and newsmakers, the show's format and Jesse Watters' style lean heavily into opinion and analysis. Watters, known for his conservative perspective, often presents news through a particular lens, offering his own commentary and perspective on the stories. Now, it's a lot harder to sue for defamation. Like, it's hard enough as is when you're just going against a news program, but when you're going against a commentary host, ooh, that is a whole new threshold. And again, I think there's a lot of downside. There's a lot of potential ways for this to boomerang and really hurt Gavin Newsom. Is this really what you want to do? And look, I've covered defamation lawsuits extensively on this channel. Some of you may remember I even interviewed Zachary Young as well as his lawyer. He is the Navy veteran who sued CNN for $1 billion and won. Just off the top of my head, I believe that he ended up winning $5 million in compensatory damages, and then there was another undisclosed amount. But on that note, part of the reason why Zachary Young was able to win was because he was able to prove that malice. He was able to prove that intent through the emails and through the fact that CNN, they broadcast that lie over and over again. And just as an update to that, by the way, Zachary Young is now suing the Associated Press. And the Associated Press tried to get that case thrown out. Well, unfortunately for them, it is moving forward. According to Mediaite, Navy veterans' $500 million defamation lawsuit against the Associated Press advances with first hearing. Fox News coincidentally confirms Associated Press moves to dismiss defamation claim from veteran who defeated CNN in court. Now, obviously, as you know from that first headline, it is moving forward. So there will be updates on that, and I will post them on the channel. But what's particularly interesting about this case is that this particular article by the Associated Press was actually published as the CNN case was already progressing. So you would think that a news organization would be more careful, right? But they wrote that Zachary Young was involved with human smuggling and that sort of language. And, you know, they tried to defend themselves by saying, oh, it was just language. But according to the AP's own style guide, this is their own internal guide for, you know, how they use vocabulary. According to their style book, human smuggling, human trafficking, people trafficking, when they use this in their own AP articles, human smuggling or people smuggling typically involves transporting people across international borders illegally and with their consent in exchange for a fee. And so there you have it. According to their own style guide, their style book, it is illegal. So they accused Zachary Young of doing something illegal, and what he was doing was not illegal. It was not black market, and CNN learned the lesson the hard way. And apparently, the Associated Press wants to learn their lesson the hard way as well. But as always, all of that is just my analysis and commentary. That is what's going on in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So what do you think is actually going to happen with this defamation suit with Gavin Newsom? Do you think Fox News is going to apologize and Jesse Waters is going to go on air and apologize? Do you think they'll settle? Do you think this will go to court? Do you think Gavin Newsom is going to chicken out? Either way, I'm not a psychic, obviously, but I just don't see how this ends well for Gavin Newsom. I really don't. And I'd love to hear your opinions, your predictions down in the comments below. I don't know if you can hear him purring. I can't hear him purring because I have the headphones on, but I can feel him purring against my body. If you haven't already, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you in the algorithm. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.